So let's say the silver market is scary to you. It's a little volatile, up and down. It's always been manipulated. And you're not into gold, or maybe you can't afford gold. Maybe you're just not into silver. So what do you collect? What would you buy instead? Let's say, for me, if I was stacking silver and I saw it going up to 32 and then back down to 30 and then 31, and it just keeps swinging 50 cents, a dollar almost every single day, I would probably consider, obviously I would buy the dips, but I would probably scale back on my stacking and stick with numismatic items. And when we're talking about numismatic items, we're talking about coins in general. You stay away from the generics, you stay away from the calls. And like I said, you might still buy those in dips, but you want to maybe get into better grade coins, type coins like Barber halves and Barber quarters and dimes, Mercury dimes, Walking Liberty half dollars. And you try to find the higher grade in those, very fine and up, or fine and up, or very good, the ones that have a little more detail. Because those coins are always going to have a little bit of a premium. They're less likely to be affected like the slicks. And when I say slicks, I'm talking about a coin that's almost worn to where there's almost no date on it. Some of them don't even have a date. That would be your slicks. Those are definitely affected by the silver market. Call coins, which are clean coins, damaged coins, those are also affected by the silver market. Any low grade coin is going to be affected at silver. So when silver moves around, those coins move around. But when you get into the higher grades in those type coins and those silver coins, it's not as affected as much. Now, Roosevelt dimes and Kennedy halves, it doesn't matter. At this point, the way silver is, it doesn't matter if they're BU or not. You'd have to have them graded a certain grade before that's going to not be affected by the silver. And also some of the Franklin halves are the same way. There are some earlier dates that will not be affected by silver if they're in the BU grades, brilliant uncirculated. But most of them, when you get lower grades, they're affected by silver more too, because there's a lot more Franklins out there. There are a lot of worn coins and damaged coins. So those wouldn't be what you would buy right now if you're, trying to put together a collection. Like I said, I would just go to the numismatic items. If you can afford the key dates like the 16D and the 1909 SVDB for the cent, and I should say 16D for the Mercury dime, or the teen dates with mint marks and the standing quarters, if you can Buffalo nickels, the 13S's and the 14S and 15S and all those, the mint marks in the teens, Walking Liberties, the same thing. And then also your 38D and 21 DNS and 21. Also, when you get into the Lincoln cents, I already said the 1909 SVDB, but also the 1914D, the 31S. If you buy coins like that, they're typically not going to be affected at all by the precious metal market. And they're going to be coins that are always going to have that premium and are always going to increase in value. So if you do go to a dealer and they have bins of 90% you can pick through, pick the higher grade stuff, especially anything besides dimes, Roosevelt dimes, and Kennedy halves. I know a lot of people think a roll of BU Kennedy halves is going to have a large premium because silver's up and because they look nice, but it's not always the case. Not when silver's this high and not when it's swinging like it is. So that's my recommendation. Get into the numismatic items a little bit, maybe even some graded coins. Morgan dollars and peace dollars and the uncirculated grades are really important to purchase right now. Not so much when you get to the peace dollars or the 21 Morgan dollars. If they're lower mint state, they can still be affected by this as well. So what you're trying to do, you're trying to look at coins that are in a little better date and mint, a little better grade or better condition. And that's what you would kind of maybe roll over to or switch to until you can kind of see and get a feel for what the market's doing with silver. Because right now I can tell you, if it goes down to 28, you want to buy something. That would be high, even 29. But if it just goes down today, it's at 31 and it just drops to, 30, 50, that's probably not a dip enough for it to change your tactics. But that would be my advice today to anyone who's asking, who would want to know what to do with the way silver is right now. And if you not really into silver, don't really trust it. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.